Welcome to another edition of Chris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Today, you guys, I have Juggernaut, Justin with me again, and I have Jatori once again. It's been a while with Jatori and I. We haven't done a video, I said about like a month or so, but we're going to go ahead and do our WWE Fastlane 2021 review. Um, I'm not sure if the matches are all in order or not, but I'm just going to basically go at random. So the first thing that we had was Mustafa Ali versus Matt Riddle. Um Matt Riddle ended up winning. How did he end up winning?
uh what is it, the Broton? Is that what he called it? The Broton off the top rope.
I
And
call it a dive or something.
yeah, okay, you call it the Broton dive. It was the Broton off the top rope and for the 1, 2, 3. And Retribution just turned on him. They called it a wrap.
Wow.
So I guess that's a
Um
wrap for Retribution.
yeah, I didn't see I didn't see that part of how that happened. Like was it like Reckoning left first that I heard, and then Mace and T-Bar left, and then how did that go?
Uh Well, you know how Mustafa is, always wants to blame everybody for his mistakes, and since he didn't win, so he blamed it on them, saying that this how you repay me. Well, Reckoning uh, didn't want to fall in line. He told her to get him fall in line. She didn't say nothing, didn't fall in line, then just left the ring, turned on her. Then it was Slapjack. Then then the Mason T-Bar gave him the choke
Double choke
slam.
slam. Yep.
Dang. I gotta go back and check that out because I did indeed miss that part. So I wonder what is next basically for like Slapjack. I mean, I know T-Bar and Mace, they're gonna be, they're gonna be like a tag team, going forward. But what's next for the rest of those members of Retribution? Because I mean, we already know that Reckoning hasn't done nothing, aka Mia Yim, hasn't really done anything. So would she be like some kind of competitor of some sort on the Raw brand?
Well, see, I'm happy. This was probably the best thing that happened to Retribution. This is the best thing I've seen. I mean, okay, at the beginning when they first debuted, I didn't mind that. But, over the time, seeing them on TV, I go like, dude, this faction is terrible. I'm so over this. There's nothing good about this team. But when they finally split them, I go like, yes, that's good. But I don't understand why they didn't unmask them like right then thereafter. Like, why didn't they unmask Mia Yim and like Dominic Dijakovic and Mace and like Slapjack? Why didn't they just unmask?
Yeah, deal.
And and I feel like they're gonna maybe send some of these guys back down to NXT because Mia Yim, I could see her, did some great stuff down there in NXT still. And also Dominic Dijakovic and Mace, they could go down to NXT. Even Slapjack, and put them under the different names. Or maybe this unmask them. They had them unmasked tonight, and Michael Cole was like, "Oh my God, they're NXT people, NXT superstars." I thought that would have been funny if they would have done that. But I'm actually happy that they're splitting this team up because like they were doing nothing with this team.
Trash.
Agreed. Agreed.
I agree with him. As far as Reckoning, I think they're probably going to either send her back to NXT, but for right now, they're probably going to give her time off because she's getting married. Slapjack, more like he definitely going back to NXT.
What was his name down? Like, what was his name he went under. I know it was a slapjack, but like, what was his name?
Oh, I don't really quite remember. Because it was
Because I never really saw him until he got it onto Retribution.
yeah, me too. Let me see real quick. Shane Thorne.
That's who this
Well,
Shane Thorne.
that's his real name. Well,
Oh, Shane Thorne. Oh yeah. I remember Shane Thorne, part of TM61. Yeah,
yeah.
and I forgot. I can't remember his partner's name.
Uh,
But
sh-
dang, that was Shane Thorne. I didn't realize that.
yeah, it was Shane. Actually, his name is Shane Thorne, not his real name, um, but yeah. Anyways,
Now the tag team, they might stay, and the reason why I say they might stay is because there's no that many tag team divisions left in the main roster, because the Viking Raiders and everybody's injured,
yeah,
so they might leave them as a dominant faction as in the tag team division, because all you got is the Street Profits, and then you got
New Day.
New Day, and
Um,
then Dolph Ziggler, and like I said, you really don't have nobody.
yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got Otis them.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really support that oldest stuff.
I really don't
I
either. I
mean,
look at it
unless you
as a
want to
joke.
send them to a different show. Like I said, send them to a different show.
True. What would be your rating on the Riddle versus Mustafa Ali U.S. title match?
It was a squash match. It was just a squash match. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a rating for this match. It was there. I mean, I'm happy Matt Riddle
You get a
retained.
0.
Yeah, basically.
The way how it sounded, yeah.
I mean, it was good that Riddle retained.
All right.
Yeah, I'm happy he retained, but like I said, it was a squash match. It was just
All
a
right.
feeling card.
Well, we're gonna kind of skip over this next match: Elias versus Braun Strowman. Shane McMahon fake his injury, all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on because that wasn't even a match to even talk about. I don't know why they put that on the card. So basically, it was a throwout match. So we had Nia Jax and Shayna Basler versus Bianca Belaire and Sasha Banks for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Um. Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler end up retaining. How did that happen?
It was a roll up. Well, yeah, Shayna rolled up.
Here we go.
It was Sasha. Shayna rolled up Sasha Banks because we had Sasha and Bianca. They were kind of fighting each other. They were kind of arguing with each other.
Okay.
Because it looks like Sasha Banks was about to win. She was Shayna was about to tap out to the she had the what's her finisher, the bank statement locked in, and then it was weird, like, so Bianca got pushed into Sasha Banks, and then they started bickering at each other, and then the roll up happened. And then it looks like we had a heel turn with Sasha Banks. I don't know if she turned heel. It looked like she did, because I mean they started piping in like the booze like from the crowd and stuff. So it looks like that Sasha Banks is a heel now, which
I
I'm
thought
not.
she was already a heel.
No, she was still face.
Oh.
But I think now she officially turned heel. But
reportedly after this match, they said that she's turning heel.
Yeah.
Which she was going into this match a face, but after this match, she's supposed to be turning heel.
Oh yeah. So basically, the reason why we laugh, Justin, about we say this match was a roll up. Tori enlightened about this roll.
Okay. So we have a joke that we call it the Super Saiyan roll up, which is that means every single match, literally on Raw or SmackDown, it's a roll up.
Yeah.
Either with the females, it's basically every match is a roll up. It's you watch a match, it's a roll up. It ends with a roll up.
Yeah, it's like it was like one time on Raw, it was like Matt Riddle rolled up somebody, and then somebody else rolled up somebody, and somebody else rolled up somebody. Then on SmackDown, we see it 2 times. I'm like, dang, what? Like all these roll ups, and then it happened again the following week. I'm like, God.
Hey, I mean, it's the best way to finish a match. Am I right?
Right.
No.
Matter of fact, and you might even remember the match. It was the Matt Riddle versus the whole Hurt Business for like a whole battle royal, and he rolled up everybody in the whole Hurt Business. I'm like, dang, you can beat the whole stable with a roll up.
You know what that is right there? That's lazy booking. Lazy booking.
I swear.
Like seriously, they're too lazy to actually actually give someone a win. Like be creative and go like let's actually figure out how to make them win, or like have the other people still look strong without making them look weak.
Right.
Like I don't understand that.
Yeah,
It's like WWE logic for you. Terrible.
yeah.
Terrible.
On that match right there, by the sounds of it, with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match with Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belaire and Sasha Banks, I have to give that match a one. Well, I'll give it a 2. Simply because it was a roll up. They didn't really show. They did like neither like Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. We already know they're going to fight each other at WrestleMania, of course, for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So
Which that's gonna be a great match. That's gonna
I,
be a good match.
yeah, I can definitely feel like it would be.
That I think that could be possible. Like whatever night that's on, that could be possible. Like match of the weekend.
Yeah,
Like
whether,
seriously.
whether it's the 10th or the 11th.
Yeah, no matter what show it's on, it's gonna be good.
Sure.
Now that match, I give it a 2. Only reason why is because I already knew it was predictable. I didn't even expect Sasha to go into WrestleMania a double champion. I didn't even see it come.
Yeah, could they try that crap with Charlotte Flair and Oscar that don't defend her title? It hasn't defended.
I think Asuka, she has like an injury right now. That's why she hasn't been on TV. Also, which I heard she might be having to relinquish her title.
Yeah, I think she still had a concussion.
Yeah, I think she still has a concussion in her back or something's wrong with her back or something. She has like a back injury, so I'm not exactly sure about that.
Well, we might see Charlotte Flair on Raw on tomorrow night. You guys.
But I mean, yeah, this match was like really predictable and stuff. But even though I like WWE logic, put these two, put the titles on, these two, random people, that never been really much of a tag team before. Put the titles on, like what they did, like with Cesaro and Sheamus a long time ago. They were fine with each other. Like, oh, let's just put them in a tag team, and let's just put the titles on them. So that I feel like this is kind of this situation here. Like I could have saw them actually doing it because oh Swerve,
But
we're gonna put the titles on, compares that can be facing each other.
But you know what? I think that's what they're doing, but they're doing it like real slowly with I call it the legacy, because with Natalia and Tamia, because they're really building up a real hype, real slowly as a heel stable. Because for a long time, I kept on saying to Khris, I was like, man, Tamia ain't done nothing. Where has she been? And they're really
Natalia's done nothing also.
Right. And I said, they're disrespecting the Hart Foundation.
Yeah,
they're just disrespecting that whole foundation.
Yeah, like you got the Samoan family, and then you got the Hart Foundation, and you got all these other superstars up top. I mean, especially you got Charlotte at the top. But then again, what about all these superstars that done had been in WWE for a long time, such as Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Tonga Kid, Alpha and Sika, and then Jim the Anvil Hart, Owen Hart, Bret Hart. I mean, you got those two women that are, wanting to wrestle, but they didn't get booked right. So I guess since WWE needs more tag teams now, they decide to actually boost them up. So I think that's going to be a great idea. So it could possibly be Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Natalia and Tamina, of course. So I think that's definitely gonna be a possible match for WrestleMania.
And I don't even care if it's just give them a championship run for a little bit. But the thing is, just give them a title run for a little bit. Get the belts off of Nia Jax, because like I said, she's reckless. She's
get the titles off of my hole and Shayna Basler. Like my whole
my whole that girl be screaming that all the time, bro. Even when she don't even. Anytime she falls on her butt, she goes my hole. She just want to scream my hole.
Dude, I tell you, when I first saw that, like when I was watching that on Raw, like she's overselling this, and like she's randomly says my hole. Like what? What? I was just so confused with that. It was funny though. That's probably one of the funniest things that happened.
It was.
All right, then we had the King of Strong Style Shinsuke Nakamura versus Embrace the Vision of Seth Rollins. So how did Seth Rollins win?
Was it? I actually kind of was in and out during this match. I'm not exactly sure. I know Seth Rollins won, but I'm not sure exactly how he won.
More likely, let me see. Well, he won by the curb stomp as Shinsuke Nakamura is trying to set up for the Ken shot. God dang it, man! I can't.
Kinshasa.
Yeah, Kinshasa. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
King Sasha.
So yeah, he basically won. By that, you guys, and I have to give this match a 2. Shinsuke put a little effort into the match. But we already know it's predictable by Seth Rollins. Will be, definitely defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, because this is definitely going to be a build for WrestleMania 37 when it's going to be Cesaro versus Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
And we're definitely gonna see how it's gonna go on Friday Night SmackDown. So, yep.
Yeah, I thought the match was good. I mean, both guys worked really well together. Is this what I expected? I don't really understand this whole gimmick that Rollins is doing. It's basically the whole Messiah gimmick, but it's like embrace the vision. It's like still the same thing a little bit, but instead he's not saying I'm the Friday Night Messiah. He's not saying that now.
Hey, I'm not sure, but I didn't pay attention. Is he still wearing that black glove on his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still wearing that. Yeah.
I mean, he don't have like a I don't think he has like a submission move or something where he put his hands over your face or whatever. But
no, he doesn't.
I remember one time the reason why he said he wore that glove is because he had a broke finger, but he's still wearing the glove. So I wonder, is it like he has a tattoo or something on his hand? I wonder. I don't know, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but it was a good match. So I enjoyed it for the most part.
I don't know. I don't like his gimmick.
I really don't.
I just wanted to bring the whole gimmick back, burn it down. The whole Beast Slayer or like something like that. The Seth freaking Rollins gimmick back, because I'm a big Rollins fan because he's from my state, and I always been a fan ever since he was on the Indies. It's Tyler Black.
Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport, Iowa. Go ahead. What you about to say?
No, I sworn I thought you lived in Chicago, because that Chicago Bears, well, the Chicago Cubs, yeah, Cubs shirt.
Well, we don't really have a sports team here in Iowa, like a professional sports team.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I'm a big fan, and that's the closest. Well, one of the closest teams to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big Cubs fan ever since I was a little kid. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this match was all right. It wasn't like anything special, like anything to blow you out of the water, but it was all right though.
All right, Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre.
Actually, I think you're forgetting the match on it. You're forgetting about the Intercontinental Championship match between Biggie and Apollo Cruz.
Yeah, I kind of went out of the I kind of got that one next after the Sheamus and Drew one, but we can go to Biggie versus Apollo Cruz. Biggie basically Well, Biggie won, so I mean he basically decimated the match.
That's
Might
the
not
word.
might might as well not even say that was a match. That was just
See, I was confused with the ending. Like it
that was
looks like so Apollo Cruz was going for like a small cradle. And then Big E reversed it, and then I thought that I could have sworn that like the pin was like really weird because it looks like the referee didn't like restart the count. It was a whole bunch of fuckery that happened there, like because it looks like that Big E got pinned, and then the announcer go like, oh yeah, Apollo Cruz new champion. Okay, wait, no, he's not the new champion. Like I was just really confused what happened. And after the match, Apollo Cruz, just beat up Big E. So it looks like they're going to be having a rematch at WrestleMania. I mean, this match was good, up until the ending, because both these guys worked really well together in the ring. Like I
Oh,
love when what's
this
that?
feud ain't over. Trust me.
No, this feud's
Like
not
you said,
over.
this feud ain't over.
And I like the moves that both guys were hitting. Especially when I never get tired of seeing when Big E does that spear on to the outside of the ring. That's pretty cool. Um, I also like that splash he does on the apron. That's another cool spot there in the match. But yeah, both guys are really good in the ring, and I think that at Mania, that's where Apollo Cruz is eventually going to win the title because he deserves it. I mean, he's lost so many matches. On my other podcast I do, we call him Apollo Lose because he loses so many matches.
I don't
But
know. It
I
seemed
think
like he tries so hard and ends up falling on his face. Of course, like with his new gimmick that is so fake. But
And did you? I was listening to Dave Meltzer. He was calling this gimmick racist. Like what? What? And coming from him, like what? And Apollo Cruz says, "No, this gimmick is not racist." I don't understand.
Nah, nah,
Dave
nah,
Meltzer.
the thing is, all right. The thing is, all right. You remember when Kobe Kingston first started wrestling, right?
Yeah.
All right. You remember how he had that Jamaican uh
When he had a Jamaican accent.
right. That's what don't add up.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo it ain't from where he's trying to pull off this gimmick.
yeah, he's from Stone
He
Mountain,
ain't
Georgia.
nowhere from there.
Yeah.
Or is it Georgia or California he's from? I
He's
forgot.
from Georgia and he lives in was raised in California.
Yeah.
So
It's funny.
it doesn't add up. So when people look this stuff up or looked up his background, everyone's gonna be like, "You fake, bruh. You fake. You totally fake. Your gimmick fake. Everything fake.
Yeah.
Your whole background history is fake. Nothing adds up. At least we could say, okay, Kofi is from where he said. It's just that his heritage made him seem different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember a time when Kofi Kingston, when he was starting to talk out of his, when he wasn't talking like Jamaican, Triple H goes like, "Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican?" Like, dude, that's so funny. I still laugh at that every time. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? Like, what happened to your accent? That's so funny.
when Apollo comes out of nowhere and then starts talking this what he says he is
Nigerian.
yeah, Nigerian.
Yeah, Nigerian. Yeah.
First he was talking American and then starts talking Nigerian. Everybody's like, hold on, bro. you came out of left field, bro. It's kind of hard for us to believe that. But what I do support is because for a long time, a lot of people said, you should have turned heel a long time ago. You've been getting beat up from left to right.
Just like Ricochet.
North, south, hit with a baseball bat and everything else.
No. The correct way to pronounce Ricochet is Rick O'Shea. That's what we like to call him on my other podcast. Rick O'Shea.
Ricochet. But
Ricochet.
Right. him and Ricochet got beat up too.
Yeah, dude, it's unfortunate the way these guys get used. I mean, the WWE booking, like, is so
Hey,
terrible.
you know what I'm so glad about? Not to get off topic for for another show, but it's a great thing that Adam Cole doesn't want to come to the main roster because WWE is definitely going to bury him.
Yeah, I mean, if Vince wasn't so much in control, I think he would do better up there. But
No,
I don't know if
Yeah, and that's
Vince.
what
look
I
look at
said
look
that.
at look at Damian Priest.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you see Damien Priest barely even wrestled, and when he does wrestle, he wrestled mid carders that are losers.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, suckers.
I said, Adam Cole, he probably talked to Finn, and he probably was like, the reason why I don't want to go back to the main roster is because they got bad booking.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
I'm glad. I'm actually glad that Finn Balor is he went back to NXT. I'm definitely glad for that. I wouldn't be mad at him because I'm not gonna come from a starting position to come up to the main roster to get actually beat every week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But on that match, Biggie versus Apollo Cruz, I have to give it a 2.8 because even though, like you guys said, that this feud is far from over, they still put on, a pretty cool match, even though Biggie decimated the match. But
And overall, this show, was actually pretty good. I mean, it kind of reminded me a little bit like there wasn't like really anything bad on this show. I just feel like it felt like Revolution a little bit. Towards the end, which we'll talk about that when we get there. But I thought
okay,
this show's been pretty good though.
okay. All right, so then we had Sheamus. Let me go back one. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wins. How did Drew McIntyre win?
They went by the Claymore. Yeah, he hit the Claymore to get the win, to get the 1, 2, 3. This was a good match. I enjoyed this match a lot.
Man,
Like,
I have to get that match a 3.7 because those two guys always put on a great match. From last week on Raw, from what was it last week on Raw, or was it the Raw before last week's
it
Raw?
was the
It was the
Raw
Raw
before.
before it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all those times that Sheamus and Drew McIntyre fought, they actually basically stole the whole Raw show, like as in ratings, because every other match couldn't even top, not even a percentage of the other matches that they had on Raw when those two competed in the ring, and I would love to see them compete once again. Hopefully, it would be a Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre or something like that, so we can get more get matches between those two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I
I
said,
I
go ahead.
enjoyed it a lot. Just like Chris said and you said, they they got a chemistry, and it might be just a chemistry. They have a great chemistry because they were friends for a long time, so they know each other so well, and they know how to work together and know how not to injure each other and not to kill each other or how to kill each other. But I love how they threw each other off each other's stage, threw each other through ring posts, hurt each other with the kicks. I mean, it was from left to right. It was great. It was great from each show to pay per view. No matter what, when they're in the ring, we're gonna enjoy a match. It doesn't matter if they're on the same side or they're fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see a great match.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This was a really, really good match between both guys. Like you said, the chemistry that they have in the ring, like the in-ring psychology, like going back and forth with each other. It was really good. Um, I also like when they, went fighting in the crowd and, getting thrown off the stages and stuff. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And also when, I think it was Sheamus, he got thrown into one of those,
That
one of
light,
those, was it light or was it like one of those screen things? You know that has
LED lights with the crowd.
Yeah, with the crowd. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, that was a better explosion than what we saw at Revolution with the poof. You know, like that was a lot better explosion that we saw. Like,
yeah, I like that too, and that's why I said now that's how you know when they have a chemistry, not to kill each other, but work together. Because he could have got hurt. He could have got really hurt.
Yeah,
but at the same time, he was able to, how to throw him into the light, but not kill him. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
So that was basically like a back shot at AEW of their explosion type thing.
I mean, but basically, yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess you could say that because AEW, they just messed up all the way because their ring didn't work.
But kind of getting off side topic here. I kind of like how they explained like why they didn't do that big explosion at
Kenny Omega can't build a ring work done.
Yeah, I thought that was funny how they kind of like told the backstory why it didn't explode and all that because they didn't want to give us fans away with all that and make John Moxley look like an idiot and stuff in the ring. So I thought that was pretty good. But no, back onto this match here. I also like the the white noise into the white noise into the table. That was pretty cool spot during the match. I mean, both guys, this was this hardcore match, hitting each other with candlesticks, the steel steps, fighting in the crowd. It was a good match. Probably one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion, or the best match of the night. I'll go that far with it.
Yeah, man. No other match couldn't really, as I said, time and time before again, I love to watch a match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre because they actually still, whatever show it is, but it is what it is. So it looks like we're gonna see Drew McIntyre face Sheamus. Drew McIntyre faces Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
Which I kind of predicted that. Like I was saying, this is probably like a number of contenders match, or something like that. Whoever won here, be face of Bobby Lashley, which it kind of looks like that. Drew McIntyre is going to be getting the title back because it seems like they're building Drew McIntyre to be like one of the next like the biggest stars going into this like different era and stuff. Going into the next era, so it kind of looks like that a little bit.
Right. Well, then again, here's the match. What is probably going to be talked about a lot: Randy Orton versus. Well, the Viper, Randy Orton, versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss wins. How did that happen, Juggernaut and Jatori?
Well, okay, so Bray Wyatt, I love how the Fiend returned. Also, I love how when he came from under the ring, how he was like all ashy and like all burnt, which they need to keep him that way for a while. Like don't have him on Raw tomorrow night, like being unlike burnt, like being like all normal again. I need to still be like all burnt up and like all brown and all that. But no, hit the Sister Abigail and then Alexa Bliss just went to sit on top of Orton to get the 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'll let Alexa Bliss pin me. I wouldn't mind that. And I thought this match was pretty funny, to be honest. Like seeing like. I mean, they were trying to be cinematic at the same time. They were trying to have like a normal match. It was interesting. Also, what was Randy Orton like throwing up at the beginning of the match? Like all that black stuff and like was that blood? Yeah. I thought like, man, did Randy Orton have some bad beans or something? Like, it looked so weird and like Alexa Bliss the way the way she was like teasing Orton and stuff. Like. With the fire, throwing fire at Orton. Like I thought
that wasn't no black liquid, man. That was some soy sauce.
Also, I like how the light fixture fell. I wasn't expecting that to happen. That was pretty cool.
This is my thing. And WWE never makes sense of a lot of things, so I understand that. But the thing is, they didn't say this was a no DQ match. So why did the Fiend give the Sister Abigail and the match didn't get thrown out?
I guess maybe because it was like an intergender match and stuff. Maybe anything can happen in intergender. I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be anything like what you see in like other promotions where they actually have intergender matches and they go all out with it. I knew it wasn't going to be like that. Like,
Well,
say like
I
Tessa Blanchard.
can't even use that as an excuse because when we
Mhm.
had the intergender match with Sasha Banks and what's his name,
Reginald.
Uh-huh.
that could have got thrown out if anybody interfered in it.
I mean, WWE booking, the WWE
Like I
logic,
said, but like I said, a lot of stuff don't make sense in WWE.
I agree. I agree with that.
What I did enjoy
got
out
a
of
poster up on the wall.
Was the Fiend coming back. I loved how he did, like you said, he came out under the mat like Kane used to do back in the days and the Undertaker used to do. And like you said, I don't want him to next day, he come back on Raw and he's back to normal. Take it slowly, like his skin's regenerating real slow.
Yeah, have it a slow burn. No pun intended.
Take it slow, and he's regenerating real slow, and he's haunting Randy Orton or something. I don't care, but just do it real slow.
Probably want to talk like I was telling you earlier, Jator, he might come out with a voice box on Raw tomorrow.
Maybe that would even be cool too.
That'd be really cool.
Or a deeper voice.
Randy Orton was scared out of his mind. It looked like he literally pooped his pants. Man, he looked like a burnt marshmallow.
But I knew this match, wasn't going to be anything like, we see like an Impact, like with say like Tessa Blanchard and like Ace Austin or something like that. I knew this wasn't going to be like a crazy intergender match. So I was satisfied with the way this match ended and stuff, how everything went down. Because the end goal is to have Orton and Wyatt at Mania and like probably like a Firefly Funhouse match again, maybe. I would say I could see that happening.
I hope a regular match.
Well, what I can see is like you said, a Funhouse, but Sister Abigail come back. I want to see Sister Abigail come back because the biggest regret Randy Orton did was kill Sister Abigail. Because the Fiend been saying you got some things haunting you, what you did, and that was kill Sister Abigail when he killed Sister Abigail with that spike. That's what he shouldn't have done, was kill Sister Abigail.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Fiend is mad at.
Hey, what's that? What is that lady's name? The one. I think she's a part of that Decay group over in
Rosemary.
Yeah, Rosemary. That's her name. Yeah, Rosemary. Is she still part with that company or she's a free agent?
She's still with the Impact. Yeah.
Oh well, crap.
Yeah, she signed a new contract.
Oh. And that would have been a perfect Sister Abigail then. But oh well.
Well, I still think Alexa Bliss could still be the Sister Abigail. I feel like
she's more like a girlfriend.
I feel like they can reveal maybe later on, like, yeah, this is Sister Abigail. Maybe have them, do something like them get like married or something like on.
And
TV.
I think he's right because when you remember when they did the fight with the Fiend and or was it Way Bright against Braun Strowman?
Braun Strowman, it was at that.
And Alexa Bliss was wearing that acting like Sister Abigail. Who knows? They might actually turn her into Sister Abigail later on.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Because they really ain't actually gave her Sister Alexa Bliss a name because she has so many personalities.
She does, yeah. Indeed.
That's true. But we're definitely going to see how this is going to go down.
Because you see now at this pay-per-view, it seems like her face is turning whiter.
I think
Well,
the makeup she was like all wearing, like it looks like, and
yeah,
also the lighting
that's
that they
more like
did,
the Sister Abigail type thing right there. Yeah.
and also the lighting that they were doing, like what is she Sankara now? Like with the whole red lighting, like with all this lighting now, what's she gonna do? Be like a lucha now? But no, I thought it was funny. You know, I would be in a match with Alexa Bliss. I mean, I'll
Oh
let her.
man,
I,
where is Hunico?
yeah, exactly. But no, I would let Alexa Bliss pin me like that. I mean, hey, I would lose every time. I wouldn't
Man,
care.
look on his wall.
Bruh.
Man.
But anyways, let's go ahead and go down to the main event match that basically took the whole hour just for crap to happen. I would expect the match would at least start around like 9:25. They could have thrown in another, little crappy match, where Shayna, still running from Braun Strowman or something like that, even though he had the fake injured leg, well, the injured leg. Um,
The
but
injured leg.
yeah, okay. But anyways, it was Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Basically a couple things that went down in this match. Daniel Bryan ends up knocking referee out with the running knee. Edge comes in, of course, to watch, whatever.
Be
Jay
the
Uso,
replacement referee.
yeah, Jay Uso attacks Bryan. Reigns passed out and then taps. I was like, dang, did you see Roman Reigns' face? Then Daniel Bryan hit Edge with the chair on accident as he was trying to hit Jay Uso. And then Edge ends up hitting both Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan with the chair. So basically, Roman Reigns ends up retaining his Universal Championship. Will this match become a triple threat match at WrestleMania 37 in what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, 2 weeks to 3 weeks. I can't exactly remember.
Let me look. Let me look.
It's next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks
It's
or 3
next
weeks.
month. End of next month.
No, it's the 10th and the 11th. Yeah.
I think I want to say it's going to become a triple threat. Only reason why is because they're going to want the ratings. One, Daniel Bryan wants his last hurrah. He's going to try to figure a way to get his last hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
3, he's going to say, "Oh, I made Roman Reigns tap." He's going to try to run that video clip over and over and over. Oh, you passed out and tapped, even though somebody, Edge interfered. He had to save your butt, yada yada yada. He's going to run that clip. Trust me. Somehow he's going to convince Adam Pearce to get a last hurrah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Plus with
So
him
it's probably
working
going to be
backstage.
a three-way triple threat.
And WWE loves their multi-man matches at WrestleMania.
Yep.
They
I
love
think
them.
Edge might win the WrestleMania, but I think he's gonna lose the belt back again because in his contract he only got that he could wrestle a certain amount of matches. He even said that himself.
Yeah.
He only could wrestle a certain amount of matches a year.
I feel like Brian, I feel like they should eventually give the title back to him, because if this is his like last two Raw, being in wrestling, because I hear that he could possibly be retiring again after this year. I feel like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, but I feel like, this could be his like last two Raw, so put the title on him again. And Daniel Bryan, he's been screwed out of so many things. I mean, he's a great wrestler.
But
and I don't know why
like he done lost a step a little bit.
You think so? I don't. He's still great. He's still great, amazing in the ring.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's amazing. I still think he's great. Don't get me wrong. Only reason why I don't think they're gonna give him the belt is because Daniel Bryan went out saying that I'm trying to put other people on top of me.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying that. I think that was on
Yeah.
Talking Smack.
Yeah, he's trying. He said because I got a producing role in the back, and I could be a part-time wrestler on some time occasion, but I want to spend most of my time with my family. That's why I said it's a last hurrah. If they put the title on him,
Is he
he
still a
has to
Brie
rest.
Bella?
Huh?
Is Brian still a Brie Bella?
Yeah, he's still with her, but
Oh,
she's planning on coming back to wrestle.
well, she's planning on coming
So
back
if
to the.
she comes back, somebody has to stay home with the kids.
That's
Right.
true. Mm.
And they got a new baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They do. Birdie and I don't know the new ones. But anyways. Yep, we got I see tomorrow you guys we got Monday Night Raw starting at 8 o'clock our time, Jatori and I, and then 7 o'clock for you, Justin. Uh and then let's see, then we're gonna see what Drew. We already know Drew McIntyre on tomorrow night is gonna come out there and talk or whatever, and saying I beat Sheamus and I'm ready to face you, and then we're gonna see
And then
Bobby.
Sheamus gonna come down there and be like, "Oh, this ain't over, fella."
Yeah, and then it's gonna be another triple threat match with Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley at Mania, just to try to make it, you know, like a great match. And then of course, we got Riddle wanting to defend his title tomorrow night. I wonder against who. Hopefully, and not Mustafa Ali again. And then what else we got? Probably Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler are going to appear on Raw tomorrow, and possibly defend their titles because on Raw they've been doing title matches, for the past couple of probably like 2 weeks now, I believe. But
I bet you, it's, Natalia and Tamia should be coming up next.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That they're probably gonna it's probably gonna set them a match up at WrestleMania though. But we'll see. Then of course we're gonna probably hear some words from Alexa Bliss, and the Phoenix gonna be just standing right there. Then Orton of course probably just gonna be looking like looking shocked. What else? What else? We're gonna see we're gonna see Shane McMahon, hear him talk about his injury, and Braun Strowman or whatever is saying, oh, he took it out the match, and all that stuff.
Which you'll probably have a match at Mania. Like I see that. I definitely see that happening.
Yeah,
Braun and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
probably a street fight, no holds barred match or something. And
You know,
then
they should have a slime match, and that should be on Nickelodeon.
That's what I told Chris. I said, you know where that slime came from? That came from Nickelodeon.
Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like why do they have slime under the ring? Like what the heck was the slime used for? Like what?
I would have expected like paint, like where they like when Kingston, who was it? Kingston and Orton that time back in 2009.
Oh, back in 2009, that was a good rivalry.
You know,
Yeah.
that had to have been Shane's idea because he's the only one that age that came up with slime.
Yeah.
True. True.
Watching Nickelodeon. Well,
Dude, but I tell you what, like that those stuff that they had on Raw last week, like them contradicting themselves, going like, "Oh, I'm not a bully," and he was like, oh, and then he's bullying Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman like, yeah, like it looks like Braun Strowman never been bullied. Like, look how big this man is. Like, that was a terrible
Yeah.
promo that they had. Like, it
So
was dumb.
so basically,
playing
out of
hopscotch on the side of the ring. I was like, oh man.
so basically out of the whole WWE Fastlane pay-per-view show, whatever you want to call it, you guys, what are you guys ratings on the entire show of a 1 out of 10 stars?
Oh man, this is hard.
You're not lying.
I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a 7. It wasn't a bad show. At the same time, it wasn't the greatest. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. It's all right. You know, except for the ending a little bit because I don't like how it kind of ended. With Roman. Just at least Roman could have hit like a spear or something, or he just pinned him. After Edge left and stuff like what? It
Okay.
didn't make any sense.
Since you talking about that, since when the Superman punch is so weak, bro?
Right? Like he kicked it. Like I don't understand that.
I ain't never
Pop
seen
right
him.
back up.
He literally got right back up like it was a kiss. I was like, bro, he landed a Superman punch on him, and he got right back up.
I guess he was. I guess he was in a moment.
He no-sold that, like, for real.
I'm like, this don't make no sense.
I have to give the entire show a 6.4.
Okay. I had to give it a. Like I said, see what killed it was that Roman Reigns match. So I had to give it a 6, maybe a 6.2. See, because I would have thought that they would have done a better job than that. That kind of killed it because it was so.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to change mine to a 6.5.
Okay.
It was so predictable because even before the pay-per-view match, me and Khris talked about it. I was like, it's going to be interference from Edge. Edge is going to hit somebody with a chair. We predicted it.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't understand why there wasn't a disqualification in that main event match. Because I was doing like the DraftKings thing, and they're like, "Oh, how is this main event match gonna end? Is it gonna be end in a pinfall, submissions, or like a disqualification?" I said disqualification. I thought, when Daniel Bryan, used the steel chair when he hit Edge, I thought Edge could be one who. I don't understand why they had him as a special guest enforcer. Why didn't they just have him as a special guest referee? Like I don't understand that.
And
he did come
when
out.
They came up with that. At first, I thought they were saying, okay, he was going to be the special referee, but then at the end of the show, they said, no, he's going to be the special enforcer. I said, and so I had to think about it. I said, enforcer, referee. Oh, so he's just going to watch the match. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's going to be an interference, or he's going to knock out the referee. I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was like a disqualification in this match or something, and because it was weird. Like, I just don't understand the ending there.
Yep.
And like with no finisher, this a weak ending. Like it kind of reminded me of what happened to Revolution, like a poof. Like this kind of was their poof. It just felt flat a little bit. So I'm actually going to lower mine to like a 6.5. My overall rating of the show.
Okay. So yeah,
but it wasn't like a bad show. It was all right though.
Yeah. Well, Raw tomorrow night. Then let's see, Raw tomorrow night. Impact Wrestling Tuesday, along with AEW Dark on YouTube.
Also, along with NWA Power. NWA Power is back on Tuesdays, which I'm excited for that.
And then Wednesday we got NXT, AEW. Then Friday we got SmackDown, and to see how all this build up is gonna be with the matches from Raw and matches from SmackDown. So tomorrow, gonna be doing another review of our WWE Raw tomorrow night. So make sure you guys check that out. And thank you all for watching Khris Wrestling Views here with Jatori, Justin, and myself. And I will see y'all in my next video.